At one point, you go to the parole board with your legal team, and something different happens.
I go in, what are you talking about, when I went to the board?
Yes.
So when I went into the board, they surprised me with this thing about me manipulating the restitution process. Basically saying that they got a kite saying that I was helping prisoners circumvent paying restitution. That I was showing them how to go and put money in other people's books, and they wanted me to say that I'd done that. And I wouldn't. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, I'm just hearing about this from my lawyer like 2 seconds before I'm walking here to y'all. And they're like, well, you don't know anything about it? I'm like, I don't know anything about that. And they're just not believing me. They're like, come on, man, you can't be just the oracle all this, and you can't not be doing that stuff. And it just went downhill from the get-go. It was all bad. I knew at that point I wasn't going out.
Right, but at one point, things reversed.
So we filed a motion to the courts, basically asking them to reverse. And when we did that, we wrote a letter to Senator Skinner and say, hey, this is my story. They already knew who I was. And basically, she wrote a letter to the parole board. She wrote a letter to the governor's office, and she wrote a letter to people over the parole board and told them that she had read through my paperwork and she didn't see any evidence to substantiate the claim that they were using to deny me 5 years, and that she wanted them to take me back to the board and give me another hearing ASAP. And they did it. They held the hearing. They held the hearing. My people went to the hearing. They had the Zoom hearing, and nobody opposed me. I didn't get not one opposed, not one.
The entire parole board agreed.
No, yes, the entire board agreed to let me go, but when they said, hey, do we got anyone opposing him? Not even the DA's office, nobody opposed me.
Is it because of your legal team?
That's a good question. What people also don't know was that I was working with the DA's office under the table with helping them build a financial education component where men who were on parole could come back home and take the program and get out. That never came to fruition, but I was secretly having conversations with the DA's office in Pelican Bay about that program. So I felt that when the board decided to reverse the decision to send me back to the parole board, I wasn't gonna go. I was gonna go to the DA's office and tell them to resentence me since I had been working with them. And that was my angle. But I had to wait for them not to oppose me so I can go in and tell them I wanted to be resentenced. And my team didn't think that was gonna work because they didn't think they was gonna resentence me. That was my angle, and that was when things kind of started going bad and good. Meaning bad that my team wouldn't support the route, but good in that I believed that the route would work, and so I wrote a letter to, so we wrote something to the DA's office. And Senator Skinner decided again, and she wrote a letter directly to Nancy O'Malley, DA Nancy O'Malley, personally, and told her that she wanted her to resentence me as soon as possible.
So you didn't get parole, you got resentenced.
I got resentenced.
And the new sentence was what?
They dropped my murder charge, and I took a sentence for 30 years. We're giving my 27 years, and for the manslaughter, and for manslaughter. Yeah, took it for manslaughter.